All right, Kevin, this is for Friday, May 3rd. Here is that June Og lean hog spread. Nice rally here. My goodness. So now I don't have this prepared fully. I'm going to close out. There's a lot of movement today, so I'll be making adjustments here as I go. Here's the support area, by the way. Now it's 6375, but by the way, and so that's channel support. And we should get to the channel top here soon, which right now is at 1.5. All right, I know there's a speed line that we settled above today. Where the hell is that? Hold on. Close this. That's a different spread. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely need to get organized here. Okay, so yeah, 395 we'll call it. Right? 396, 395, yeah. And then this is 150. Okay, and you know, the way things are going, rather than 1, 2 more weeks, could be 1, 2 more days, or by the end of next week. This is a big area up here, and that's a target now. So, um, you know, I'm open to buying this tomorrow, Friday. Where's the stop? Good question. Um, that's almost a full point risk right there at that low. I think this area here is negative 4.275. We buy negative 3.925, let's say, and we stop out at negative 4.300 or something, or 350, or 375. We can talk about this tomorrow, okay? So Junog, secondary buy signal, and off it continues. This October, confirmation once again of this buy signal from Tuesday. And this area still 6.875 to 7.100. So I'm just going to go 87 on this. This is a good support region, and this is still our target, 825. All right. And then on the way up, you can see 915 is a former low that can, you know, we could test that today actually. And that could contain session strength. We close above it. We're several days from target. That was a nice move, still is. So, yeah, I have to get savvy with the alarms on my system so that I can prompt you. You know, like this would have been perfect. I mean, there was no heat to take. We could have, you know, bought this. Hindsight, of course, on the close, but this was our buy signal right here. Um, so that's August, October. This is October, December. So we're in sequence here, and we've got a buy signal today. This is that formation, which is at let's call it 4.275 today. All right. It's a shorter term structure, but it looks good. I think this half pullback here at 6275, which is consistent with all this the high end here, is likely over the next week or two. So there's that. Bullish above 4.275. And this, by the way, is just a 50% retracement. Okay. All right. October D, June AUG. That's what we were in. I'm going to erase that. August, October. Been looking at that. Okay. That's it for the lean hogs. All of them are bullish. Let's go into live cattle. Live cattle spreads. Still bearish below this structure. We're not going to see that today, but it's still at negative 2.625. And where it's going is anybody's guess. So that's DSFEB. That's way out. Here's, I should be doing these in sequence, quite honestly. Quite honestly. DSFEB, October, DS. Okay, that's sequence, but we're going backwards. I recognize that. All right, 3.525. is our ceiling on this spread. And this is kind of arbitrary down here. It's more of a target rather than a support level, this double channel extension, and I don't even know if that's exact at negative 4 point, just call it 40. I don't even know if it's exact. Let's put it this way, I'm not interested in buying it down there. But I am interested in selling this area or buying a settlement above. No two ways about that. October D's. Now let's look for August, October. And we're familiar with this. This is I'm just drawing resistance here. You've been asking about this. This is that even area. Today it's at, what is that, negative 0.25. Okay, that's a target. And if we get above it and close above it, let's just call that 1.00. All right. So this is an objective because we tested support in this August, October not long ago. In fact, this is the weekly chart of that same structure. I'm just going to close that, just eliminate it altogether. All right, this is why I need to get organized. Okay, well, that's June, August. We'll talk about that in a moment. Here we are. Channel support at 1.050 still. We tested that a week ago. And this is still our target, around even money. Okay? So that's August, October. Now June, Aug. And for that, I'm just going to go to my normal live cattle spread. So this 3.7, this is the, look at this data. Come on. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, these lines are good is what I'm saying. This is not good. A descending channel top 375 today. If we close above it, let's go long. This becomes a realistic target. It's about a point and a half, 525 and rising. Okay, so closing above 375, we're going to get some trouble up in here. This high settlement price is 450, but truly, I think this is likely over the next several weeks. Until then, this is like a 4-star resistance area. You got all kinds of stuff here. Descending channel top, former channel bottom rising, long-term speed line. They're all in here in 375 area. And from here, we can certainly collapse back to the speed line in the 1925 area with a downward pivot point once again at 310. 310 is this channel top tomorrow. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the live cattle spread section to see if there's anything. I know there's something. There's like a Dees. Is it August Dees we were looking at? I covered this. August, October, covered it. Dees Feb, covered that. October Dees. Did not. Yes, I did. That's 350. Okay, I've already covered it. Damn it. Here we are. All right, this is the Brad Werner spread. We'll just call it the Brad Werner spread. 4.1, I'm going to call this 4.200 today. That if settled above should yield this. 2.9, 2.925, okay? You can get the feeling the spread just wants to bust out of this. But, you know, that's just a feeling. It means nothing. We could just as easily collapse back. Significant pivot point. Close above. Let's go long this spread as well. All right. Hope you're taking notes because I'm not. Oh, look at this. All right. June, October. This is another Brad spread. And we closed above this sucker today. And that's a 2.850 tomorrow. So I'm willing to buy that. Okay. And I do believe we should reach at least this 4 point. That's a 2 point. That's a not 2 points, but it's a solid 1.5 points. And in fact, overall, like the June Aug, we could actually continue up in here. Now, there's some other things here. Bear with me. Yeah, no, we're way off from there. This looks like a clean shot up into this zone, this upper fours. If they'll give us 285 tomorrow, we should take it. All right. You got 307.5 as the former high settlement. We're above that. You know, the question is whether we get down here, but I think a resting bid tomorrow would be good. This is the June, October, 2nd and 4th. Feb, April, nothing going on. Feb, April, nothing going on. Okay. I think this is August Dece. Did I already cover this? Yes, I did. I'm just, you know, these redundancies, I just have to close them. Let's take a look at our corn. I can't remember where we bought it, but look at that, 16.5. We bought this today, right? At 17 something or 17 even. So if we're watching this, we got a little trouble spot tomorrow at negative 15.7. But still, now this is just a trend line off the tops, but it's going to be very close to that channel structure that we're still, I'm just going to put negative 9.0. Sorry. This is the July D's corn spread we're in now twice, right? If we close above this trend line, I'm willing to buy another one, honestly. We have a former low here. Yeah, 13.6. Could be a trouble spot. But anyway, that's 13.6. Big support at the channel bottom at negative 22 even. And I'm going to draw it here. Negative 18.5. That's our buy signal from a couple days ago. We bought support down here, and we bought again just now here, and we got little levels all the way up. So that looks good. I'm glad we did that. Take a look at the beans, I suppose. Look at this. We got a sell signal actually yesterday, just barely. I would have said too close to call, but today it held negative 21. All right, so this looks to be tipping south, I think. We settled below a channel structure. I'm willing to sell this, negative 21. We have a little low here at negative 22.4. But I think the bottom line here, after testing this resistance here a couple weeks ago, if you recall, this is a range of resistance all the way up to this channel structure, which is now at negative 17.3. God damn it. All right. So test long-term resistance, fall back, settle below the channel structure, continuing to fall back. I think playing the short side of the spread is fine. What are we looking for? You know, we could do this a few times, I think, because the target is tough on this one. I'll be frank. You know, this channel structure is one. You know, I think down in here, I don't know, this is a little steep here. That's a spike high. Yeah, I'm not even going to look at that. But where are we going? I don't know. Wow, look at this. This is why we should do spreads, right? I mean, look at that trending activity from last spring. Okay, so there we have it. All right. We could talk about this if you like. Selling. Will we get down here? We certainly could. We certainly could. And that's, you know, it's only a 4 or 5 cent move. which is why we would do. Oh, I wanted to say, I think I said this before, but the margin. I think and I'm probably repeating myself because I feel like I am. Um, I know we don't want to go over 10%, but we don't want to go much under it either. As we start trading these spreads, and I know it's very experimental right now, but I think we've got some promising, a promising direction. Let's just put it that way. That if we continue to engage in spreads, um, and I'm just thinking out loud here. I know we're looking at a wide range of spreads, but let's just assume that we're probably not going to be in more than 5 different spreads at a time. Is that realistic? And if that's true, and if our 10% margin is 4,000 in margin, then each of those spreads could right out of the gates we could do you know 20% of 4 grand is $800. So I don't know where that leaves us. I don't know what the margin is on the bean spread. I don't know what it is in the corn, wheat, and lean hogs and live cattle and so forth. But if our margin, our 10% margin is 4,000, and let's say we're going to be in 5 different positions, I think right out of the gates, we could do. I would have to think some of these margins are significantly. Are they even $400? Are they even $800? On some of these grain spreads and some of these. Imagine the lean hog spread is up there, but um, I think you know what I'm talking about. Corn, wheat. Let's take a look at wheat. Okay. Wheat rallied today, by the way. I'm going to pull up that um, but up the newsletter. I mean, this was a great little situation. Were you watching it at all? Last couple of days, we retested that long-term support, and now we're right up at this channel structure of 448 and a quarter. But we actually closed below this week. I don't think we closed below this on even a daily basis. This is not an updated chart, but we certainly tested this channel structure, and we've bounced nicely ever since. So there's that. But here's the wheat. That was by a hair yesterday. Now we're back right at it. Um, truth is probably should have this as our breakout resistance because it's so close to these highs. Anyway, I don't know if we're of interest. Some of these spreads, the targets are like 4 to 6 cents in the grains. What do we do? I mean, do we really want to sit for 2 or 3 weeks with a 6 cent move? I mean, that's $300. I guess money's money, but that's where I come up with this. Let's make sure we do 5 of them. And what is our margin if we do 5? You know, if each position, if we do have 5 positions and we can do up to maybe $800 to $1,000 on margin, where does that put us? I guess I should answer these questions myself, but I know ADM has something to say about that, right? In terms of their uh, margins. So take a look at gold if you like. We did test long-term speed line. It was our target eons ago, way back in here, when we had the sell-off sell signal. It took every bit of a month and a half to reach. Patience would have been required in large quantities. Anyway, if we close today below 1267.2, this thing continues south. First objective would be this, 1242 half. 1 to 2 weeks, but overall we could get back down to this low area at 1189.3. So there's that. I'm just going to assume you're watching those newsletters for August. August actually did settle below the speed line. Which you can see here. And so I'm telling everybody to hold off because the 106 handle is now equivalent to 110.35, as you're well aware. 106.85 is 10. as 110.35 June, which is our base of support, page 2, long-term speed line on the weekly chart. And that's likely now over the next week or two. But we didn't close above it, obviously, in June. So how do we play this? I mean, I think we just stick with the spreads, if you want my honest opinion. I think our next bottom picking is right here. This is the weekly structure, which rises to 110.60 next week and 82 the next and 111.07 the following, so forth and so on. All right. Crude broke. Here's another market we could look at. I don't know. Crude spreads. Are you interested in those? Is it just front then next month? I mean, I would think that those spreads are pretty tight, but we're coming into a support zone here that can absorb selling through May. So if we want to participate in this, if we don't want to, that's fine. I get the feeling we're all about the spreads now in the livestock and grains, which is fine by me. Corn, July, by the way, did elicit a buy signal yesterday, and these did not, so that bodes well for us. Soybeans continuing to break. You know, we have a speed line on the daily continuation that we violated, and we have a channel structure that we violated here at 875 even, continuing to indicate bearish continuation down to the 820s at least. Let me see if there's anything else worth mentioning. If you want to take a look at Canadian dollar, I'm certainly game. But once again, not a whole lot to do here from what I can tell. Let's take a look at those softs. And I'll finish with that. Still holding below this structure here, and below it, this channel bottom is attainable into summer trade, I guess, is what I would say. But that's our resistance. Buy signal above. And that would be sugar. Cocoa. I'm not even liking cocoa right now. It's just what to do, nothing. And finally, let's go into the coffee. Cotton. Here's cotton continuing to sell off. Look at that. Damn. This is yeah, this thing can now turn all the way back down into this territory, perhaps. Let me see. Yeah. This low area. Sure. And that's a sell signal for many people right now. Closing below the low of the high week. This is the high week, so that low 76.86. Yeah, there's a number of sell signals been set off. So, you know, anyway, I don't know what to do about this. You know, do we want to buy puts in this? We could talk about that if you like. And coffee just will not muster a buy signal. There's no way we're going to settle above 94.20 today, end of the week. So this remains a market susceptible to continued bearish pressures. And that's all I'm going to say. 23 minutes in, and we'll talk in the morning.